I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You were Joe like Japan.
Welcome back in, everyone, to EA Sports coverage of the NFL. It's Texans football as we rejoin the action in quarter number one. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple down inside the 35 to the 34. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call it productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snoot full, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
To throw on second down. Lawrence got his man complete over the middle. It's Lamb. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 12-yard line. On first and 10, Lawrence. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself a...
And now he's caught. Touchdown, Texans. Chris Godwin hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense making their way out onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed.
Yeah, I am impressed. That means 2 weeks if I'm not mistaken, correct? Well, how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games. Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
They run. Devontae Freeman. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now Mayfield. He's got his man, Boyd. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. To throw, Mayfield. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. They work again from the 38 on second and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. The Texans here on third down putting an extra defender in the secondary. From the gun, Mayfield. It's brought in by Dodson. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 37. So a first and 10 now in Houston territory at the 37-yard line. Freeman. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
17 yards on that play for the Titans. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. He's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Joey Bosa in on the stop. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 3rd down, Mayfield going to throw deep for the end zone. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Dallas Goedert, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Yeah, he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lawrence. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Mayfield to throw it. He's got his man. This is Jackson. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. These two teams all tied after 1. On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. It's hauled in by Doxson. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. And into the red zone now. And, Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points. So you know that all the time during the week they talked about executing, taking care of the football, no big mistakes. Make sure they put points on the board and come out of it with that.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. The Titans on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Mayfield. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And Lutz's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. Able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Lutz with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time. We give you a look at what's going on there. And you can see they'll be the AFC South representative, but for the moment at least, they'd still need to host a wild card game in that first weekend. Not the worst thing in the world.
Not the worst thing in the world, but for the AFC South as a division, hoping that this will be the representative that wins that first round, because it's been a little while since that's happened. So they're hoping to actually use that game, get a win, and advance deeper into the playoffs. It's been a short run in recent seasons.
This pass into the hands of the running back, Todd Gurley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Here's Locke.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football.
And this is caught. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
And now he's going to use his legs. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Push him back.
After the penalty, here's Freeman. Got some room at the 30.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Now this one complete on the slant route. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
Double time. We got 4.
On the counter, Devontae Freeman. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. First down, Mayfield. And this will be caught inside the 10. What a grab. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them.
They got a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Coming back out to take the field, Mark Andrews and company. Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner. He is within shouting distance. If he stays on this pace, he's got a shot at it. But he needs a big game in there, right, to make sure that he gets it. So you know that during the week, in practice, and look, he asks for the ball all the time anyway. He's really going to ask for the ball and let his quarterback know he's open.
Looking downfield for Godwin. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. To throw is locked.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Luck now to throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing again is Locke. He's got his man. It's Andrews.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. As his guys are in for 6, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. So this drive spans 7 plays, and the result, a Houston touchdown. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 and about the 21-yard line. And back onto the field now comes Devontae Freeman. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Couldn't do it on this drive. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And it's a touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Go.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Well, now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Mayfield now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's 1st and 10. Mayfield. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. This is fielded at the goal line. And fights through one man. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They go play action here on 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives them a new set of downs. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Right at the 40. Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And for the moment, this will be a 1st down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Again, Luck. And able to find Green. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 14.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum right there.
Yeah, they really are, and I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way. It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
On 2nd and 11 now. Luck. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. That's 3 touchdown passes now for Andrew Luck. And the Texans push further out in front. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing, and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Freeman again.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On third down, Devontae Freeman. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And an alley to run. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hubbard, and he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
Also for his speed, he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quick. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Lamar Miller, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. And they drew up the counter there. It worked. They're glad they drew up the counter.
And a lot of times what you're trying to do is just simply get the defense moving in one direction. It doesn't take much. Even one step's enough. Get them going in one direction and then cut back against the grain and let your running back finish it off and get the work done.
This fielded at the 2. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Andrew Luck and company heading back onto the field. And you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the third quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. They were in the dime. They had 6 defensive backs there. So go ahead and throw it. He threw it, and it hurt him.
It's almost thrown into a blanket of coverage, isn't it? You talk about the best defenders you have are the defensive backs. 6 of them on the field. You're almost asking for trouble, and that's exactly what they ran into. Ended up throwing a pick 6.
Yeah, 6 defenders and 6 points. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Andrew Luck now, he gears up to lead this offense again. And he's probably wondering, how do I get that mojo back from the first half that he seems to have lost a little bit here in the third quarter?
And every guy has his whisperer on the team. You know, that one guy who can say things to him that other people can't. Right now, he's looking for that guy to kind of, hey, we're good. We're good. 1 interception. Just get it back. Get back to being who you are. And this team will be okay.
Yeah, because they led at halftime, trailing now. Looking downfield for Godwin. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin. And that'll make it 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Lamb. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. Here's Kamara off the draw. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. From just shy of midfield, Luck. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now it's Luck. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans have retaken the lead. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like that memory was a little too long there.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1st down, Titans, gain of 12. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Now Mayfield gets it off to Freeman. And Freeman lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Mayfield on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. He's got his man. This is Jackson.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a two-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield, and this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Mayfield to throw it. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. Shifts free at the 15. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TV.